Hi everybody, welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna show you how to fix one of the major errors in MySQL, and this error is somehow it's not sometimes what we think, and somehow it's sometimes what we think. It tells you straight, but in most cases it's right, but in some rare cases it's not right. Have you ever seen somebody telling you that, hi, you've typed a wrong username and password? In your head, you're gonna think that the username you put is wrong and also the password you put is wrong. Yet in some cases, you might find that the software has a bug, cannot find the right password and match it with what you have. So now you can spend the entire hour going to the DB checking if your password is right. So that's why I'm saying that this error is very sensitive. You have to deal with it with knowing that you might be surprised. The answer I'm gonna give here, I'm gonna give two answers. One is not what I had to fix with, but it's very common. I'm gonna give it to you. The second answer is one which I just discovered. I've never seen it anywhere, and I think you might have it also, but it's very rare, and I wonder why SQL can throw up an error like that. So the first error, our error says fatal error, Uncaught exception, PDOException with message SQL state 42442s22 column not found. So once you see this, your head gonna say that no, this column is not found. What you're gonna do, you're gonna run quickly and go to your DB and check that column in the database. So which is true, the first thing to do is to go to your database and check out the your error, your column, if the column is into your DB. If the column is not into the DB, please create that column, because you put the column in the query, but now we cannot find that column is what in the DB. So simply means the database cannot, the SQL query cannot pull out that information because the column is not found, is not there. But in my case, it's not the same. When you find that in your case, try the first solution I'm giving you. It could be that you don't have that, or you go to your code and delete that error. So, and delete that column which you call. But now I did that on my codes, nothing worked. Why nothing worked? What it did, it jumped to the second column, telling me that also that column is not found. When I delete the second column, I find the third column, fourth column, up until you give up. So what I did, I went to the database, I went to the table, specific table, I checked line by line, the spellings were fine, all the columns it complained about were 100% fine, and I started scratching my head. Where can I go? I went to Google, I went to Stack Overflow, whatever. They all were giving me the same solution. I did not find any solution, but I found the solution by myself. Simply means there could be somebody who might be in the same situation. When I take out the inner join, you can see this part. When I take out this part, the inner join on the second table, then I take out on whatever, I delete all this part, I don't see that. You get me? So I ask myself why I don't see that. So the issue was, and it could also be in your case, that you have the same problem. Delete the inner join part, all of it, run the upper part. If you still have the same problem, do the steps I gave you. After, if you find the same problem, delete the entire error, the entire select query, delete it, or yes, delete it, then say select, then you only pick up one column in your database. If it works, go to the second column. If it works, go to the third column. If it works, go to the fourth, fifth, like one by one. I'm sorry, but it's longer, but it can help you to save a lot of time, because I've spent a lot of time looking for something which I could not even find. And this is something which I believe the error should not show me. Why? Because if I show you what I'm gonna show, it's gonna be unbelievable to you. Exception with whatever. So it says 1054 unknown column. So it simply means the column which I'm putting is known there. So when I check the column is 100% there. So now once you do what I've told you to do, if it worked, good enough. If it did not work, I'm sorry, this is what I'm gonna give you. I only found out after hours that inner join, instead of writing inner join, I wrote inter join. So immediately when I changed inner join to N instead of T, everything worked 100%. Immediately after doing that, I could see that the error was gone. Now that was so amazing, because the error was not supposed to tell me that unknown column. At least it was supposed to say something else here. So I'm saying in some situations you can find that is the case, but the most common case or issue or cause is when the column is not there, and also you put it in the query. First of all, what you have to do is, SQL is something not to play with. It's almost, if your SQL database is wrong, your program is going to be messed up. It won't work well. So what you're going to do is delete one by one column, or check the spelling of each and every major key. Like you see the major keywords, I'm talking about the inner join. Inner, I put inter. That's what caused the problem. But now the problem was so confusing, it could not be easy to trace up, because what I thought was, because it was telling me the what is unknown, so I also thought that the column is not there. So, but also in most cases, people they did say that most people, they face the problem which I did not face. Also, people are using Composer. They talked about a lot about Composer. They did a lot of things. If you're coming from that side of using Composer and stuff, your issue could be a little bit different. Same issue, but you can find someone said he deleted the entire database, and it worked on when he migrated, something like importing, something like that. So there was something which caused the problem. I'm talking about the side of Composer. So now I believe if you find the same error, and you're not using PHPMyAdmin, you're using a different platform, you can find into it. Could be the cause could be, it could be caused by the database when you import it, and maybe something went wrong. So if you have a backup, you better delete it and re-import that database. And if you are importing it on a live server, you might find like maybe you didn't have enough time, max time it wasn't set, and the database installed half of the tables or stuff like that, then did not complete. So, and if you don't have 100% rights on your server, you should write to your web hosters to do what? To give you permission to change much of the stuff, so that when you're importing a database, you're not limited on time, and also the megabytes are not limited. Sometimes you want to install or migrate import a database which is 20 megabytes, and the database allows you only to import 2 megabytes. And in the process, you might find like maybe the database partially installed, and then it left out some stuff. Then that could cause the trigger, because who would know that the error I got was related to something else, not the table which was not not a column which was not found in the database. Guys, those are the tips, and in my case it was a different story. Check on your spellings. If you do go well, that's good, and if you don't go well, try to find out a couple of things on the internet. But I hope this helps. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.